What is going on, YouTubers? Your boy, Delexman, here with my review of the very first NXT special for the year 2015, NXT Rival. And just like the NXT specials last year that were all great in my personal opinion, this one, par the course. Really good show. All the matches delivered. At least they were all good. There were two I felt were lacking and were a bit sloppy. But for the most part, very entertaining show, and I can't wait to get into it. So let's get started. We opened up the show with Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. Really good match. That crowd lost their shit when Hideo teased the GTS, the go to sleep. Something tells me when he actually does deliver it, it's going to be a big moment. Someone told me he won't actually deliver it until, he gets that World Championship match. And he'll win it by then. If that's the build-up, awesome. But the night he delivers that GTS, it will be a big freaking moment. I love this story of him teasing the GTS, but not really being able to hit it. But when he hits it, it's going to be a big freaking deal. Because right now, Hideo, he's beating his opponents through other means. I love that. I love that he has multiple ways of beating his opponents. But yeah, he beat the hell out of Tyler Breeze in this match. Those kicks were brutal. It reminded me of Tajiri, but even more brutal. He beat him decisively too. So, we go on to, which I believe was the no DQ match between Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey. This one was one of the sloppy ones, and I have to put the blame on Bull Dempsey. I don't know what was going on. There was a spot where he was supposed to be clotheslined over the top. It was clear he was supposed to go over with Baron Corbin, or I don't know. But he gets hit with it, Baron Corbin goes out, and then Bull Dempsey falls out afterwards. It didn't look good at all. And then the End of Days finisher, it didn't look right. I don't know. It was pretty sloppy. It was a decent match. It was, it was enjoyable. I just kind of felt like it needed some refinement here and there. So, I'm happy Bull lost. I'm happy Baron won. And at least it was short. If it would have went 10 minutes, it probably would have been a stinker. So, you built this match up for a while. You gave it the right booking. You respected it enough to have a finish. So, I think it's time we move on and let Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey do other things. So, Corbin won. Cool with that. The next match that was kind of sloppy was, unfortunately, the Tag Team Championship match, which is Lucha Dragons versus, people are calling them Team Thick now. Don't know why, but Wesley and Blake. Oh my God. Here's the funny thing about this match. It was still a good match, despite the botches. There was this awesome Rana DDT that Kalisto did. It was crazy. And I even liked the finisher for Wesley and Blake. It's like a suplex followed by a frog splash combo. It's cool. People are caught up in the missed head scissors by Sin Cara and the dive that Kalisto botched. And, people are already saying, oh boy, here we go. I'm not going to dwell on it. It happens, okay? Hey, you know what? It was still a good match. I don't think this hurts either teams. I think Wesley and Blake looked good here. And I hope over time they start to develop their team a little bit. They're good wrestlers, but I want to see more development of who they are and a little bit more flair to what they have. They're new, and I think we'll get it over time because I have faith in NXT to do them justice. It's just, right now I'm kind of looking for that something to make me go, okay, these guys are amazing, awesome. They're good. and I like them. But I want them to be like, yes, they are amazing. I think it's about time we move up Kalisto and Sin Cara. Let them go to the main roster. They're ready. They're good, you know. So, yeah. Good tag team match, despite the botches. Alright, from this moment on until the end, just amazing. Great match after great match after great match. Starting off with the number one contendership for the World Championship. Finn Balor bringing back Demon Balor versus Adrian Neville. Holy crap. What a freaking match. And let me just say this, because on Twitter, the match did start off slow. And this came from a lot of the smart wrestling fans. They were already complaining. Like, they don't understand how a match works. Guys, you don't throw out all your ammunition in the first 5 or 10 minutes. These guys got that, 15 something minutes? Let them build into it. It has to be a story. So, I'm seeing people on Twitter talking about, oh, this match is boring for like the first 5 minutes. No, let them build it up. Because as soon as it took off, everyone was saying, this is an amazing match! Match of the year! Match of the year! And I'm just sitting back and going, guys, let them at least get to the finish before we start saying that this is a boring match. But anyways, yes, it was a great match, as you would expect. What do I talk about? Do I talk about the freaking double stomp on the back of Neville's head? Do I talk about the running drop kick that broke the barricade and sent Adrian Neville through the freaking barricade? Do I talk about the spot where I felt like, Adrian Neville went for the freaking Red Arrow and then Finn Balor pinned him and I thought that was it and he kicked out and I lost my mind? The false finishes in this match were beautiful, top notch. And you know what? This might just be me, but I watch this match and go, why can't I get this often? This should be, if it's not a weekly thing, can it be at least somewhat more often than what we're getting it? Because matches like this are just top-notch awesome. Great match. Both of them were awesome. I got nothing else to say about it. If you have not seen it, I implore you to go watch this. This by itself is worth getting the network, or at least watching it for free. Okay? Definitely. But Finn Balor wins, and he is now the new number one contender to fight the world champion. What a match. Great. And also, I want to point out the body paint that Balor has. Someone pointed out that it's developing, it's growing on his body, like it's engulfing him. Which means that every single time he debuts it, the demon takes over him even more. I like that. I like the creativity in the demon costume. It's not just, I'm a demon. No, there's a story behind the costume itself. Cool. I like that. If that is what's happening. I think maybe I'm looking into it too hard. Maybe he's looking into it too hard. We'll see what happens. But great match. Following that was the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship. Before I get to that, apparently Solomon Crow is going to debut next week. And it's going to be the hacker gimmick, I think. Because of the glitches happening in the show. Sweet. Cool. Let's see it. It should be awesome. Alright. Charlotte Flair versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship. Guys, it's not fair. The WWE Divas don't stand a chance against the NXT female wrestlers. And matches like this kind of make me honestly wish all the Divas would just come down to NXT. Just grab them from the main roster and put them on NXT. Because this is ridiculous. There ain't no way in hell a match this good should not be on the main roster. But unfortunately, it won't be because the people in charge of the main roster don't respect the women like NXT does. I saw a video talking about some, I like girls or something like that. I forgot what the hashtag was on the WWE YouTube channel, talking about how WWE respects the women and equal rights and stuff like that. Right, okay, but you get to the main roster, they only get 3 minutes. These girls got 12 minutes. Awesome match. They barely get any storylines, if any. If they do, it sucks because they don't treat it like anything important. Their feuds are very lackluster. They don't get any time or care. And it's very clear to me that the main roster doesn't really show equality to the women. Because here on NXT, in a 2-hour, 1-hour show, they feel just as important as the men do. And they have just as good, if not better matches than the men do. All 4 of them were amazing. Becky Lynch looked great. Sasha Banks looked great. Bayley looked great. Charlotte looked great. The spots in this match, I think Becky Lynch did like some kind of pump handle throwing suplex and tossed Sasha across the ring. That was awesome. Bayley did like a freaking lung blower, front, backbreaker, backcracker, I don't know. It was awesome. Bayley does some type of Sami Zayn like diving DDT maneuver where she goes through the turnbuckle ropes and then hits a drop kick on Becky Lynch. That was nice. Sasha Banks does a suicide crossbody dive. It just looks awesome. And then I love how the match ended. So what happened is Bayley hit like a top rope Bayley to belly suplex, and then Sasha Banks throws Bayley off of her and then hooks her in a freaking crossface. And then when Charlotte went tap out, she rolls her over and pins her that way. And then Sasha wins. Sasha Banks is the new NXT Women's Champion. Cool. I felt like if she was going to win it, this was it. Because she's gotten tons of opportunities. And if she didn't win this one, that to me would spell she would never win it. So, yeah, this was the perfect time for her to win it. And then after the match, you have Charlotte try to shake her hand. She shakes it and hugs her, but then she pushes her and says, "I'm better than you, bitch. I'm the boss." It was awesome. Great match. All 4 of them looked great. Charlotte looked great. Sasha looked great. Becky looked amazing for the first time that I've seen. And Bayley looked great. So honestly, if they wanted to do a Bayley versus Sasha Banks feud, they have a story, because you can say Bayley helped Sasha beat Charlotte because it was her top rope belly to belly that helped Sasha capitalize. So you can say Bayley beat Charlotte. There's a story there. It makes sense, and I think, honestly, yeah, I would love for Bayley to win it at the next NXT special. I think Sasha will be a good transitional champion. I don't see her being the type of woman to hold it for a long time. I don't. I think she's a great transitional champion. But Bayley, I think she'll be like that long-standing babyface champion. But we'll see what happens. Great match. Again, all of them look good. The Divas can't compare. It's not even fair. It's just not fair at all. Then we got the main event. Beautiful. Beautiful storytelling. I kind of figured this would happen. I didn't think Kevin Owens would win, let alone the way he did. I'm fine with it. As a matter of fact, the more I think about it, this was the best option. I kind of like this. I was kind of hoping Sami Zayn would, sneak up a pin and then Kevin Owens would beat him up. No, we went with the Brock Lesnar, John Cena, SummerSlam approach. In other words, Kevin Owens beat the hell out of Sami Zayn throughout the majority of the match. He destroyed Sami Zayn. And the story of it was he was doing so much damage to his head, like crazy clotheslines and a freaking pump handle neck breaker. And Sami Zayn bumped his head on the outside, inside the ring. The multiple power bombs, just power bomb after power bomb after power bomb after power bomb after power bomb. Even Sami Zayn, by the way, his bumping, selling in this match, fantastic. Fantastic. He gives Dolph Ziggler a run for his money. And I'm not even joking. But there was a point he went for the haluva kick, and he stumbled. He couldn't do it. Then you had, like, the medical staff and the referees going out there to tell Kevin Owens to stop doing it, and he just kept on doing it with the power bombs and more power bombs and more power bombs. The crowd got so uncomfortable watching it. They were silent. They were like, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. There was a spot where Kevin Owens cockily, whatever you want to say, he arrogantly, let me use that word, pinned him with his two hands, and Sami Zayn just rolled his shoulder off the mat. It was great. But it was so emotional watching it. It was such awesome storytelling, man. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. You don't get this a lot. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are just on a different level. I had my doubts that they would be able to deliver in a WWE environment. Dear God, did they ever. I will never doubt them again. My doubts from now on, done. Now, Kevin Owens is the new NXT World Champion, and he beat Sami Zayn by KO. Mr. KO, Kevin Owens, won the match by KO. I love that. That's amazing, man. And it's great heel heat for Kevin Owens because it's clear he didn't want to pin him. He didn't care about pinning him. He wanted to hurt Sami Zayn. He could have pinned him at any freaking point if he wanted to. Okay? It wasn't about beating Sami Zayn. He wanted to hurt him. Well, yeah, honestly, it was about beating him. But it was more about beating him mentally, emotionally, and physically. It was about destroying him. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't just about pinning him. That's what I mean by beating him. It wasn't about pinning him. It was about the absolute decimation of Sami Zayn. And I think he feels like he accomplished it. I guarantee you, he's going to go away for a couple of months, and he'll be back at the next special. You don't get this a lot, man. Sami Zayn, like I said before, is John Cena done right. This is what WWE wants John Cena to be. But they won't go through the necessary bookings like Sami Zayn is going through to make him feel that way. Amazing, man. So Kevin Owens is the new champion, a great heel to have that belt after 2 months of being on NXT, and he's already the top champion on the roster. Wow. Great stuff. Nothing else to say. Go watch it. Great match. See, sometimes, guys, you don't need spectacular maneuvers. All you need is a great story. And that is what this match was. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great match. Really good show. If you have not seen it, please go watch it. Well worth the $9.99. But you're getting it for free. So go watch it now. Give me your comments if you did watch it. What was your favorite match? My favorite was the main event. The storytelling was just too awesome. In terms of a actual match, it would be Balor versus Neville. But in terms of a storytelling, classical wrestling contest, it has to be the main event. And again, you don't get this on the main roster. And you would have to think, if you did, what type of show it would be. It's a damn shame. NXT continues to prove that it is a superior brand than the main roster, than WWE. This is your boy, The X-Men, signing off. Thank you for watching. You guys take care. Peace.